What's up, tennis fans? Sleepy Picks here. We got another round of 16 match to talk about at the Montreal Masters. This one between Bodek van Zandschulp and Jakub Mensik should be a really interesting match. Let's take a look at the matchup. No head-to-head between these two guys. We got a lot of first-time meetings here in the round of 16. Let's talk about Bodek's path to the round of 16 first, beating Perry Card in 3 sets, Medvedev in straights, and today a historic comeback against Hurkacz. This match for a set and 3/4, I guess, really was all Hurkacz. He was dominating with his serve, using the surplus one. Then we started to see a little bit of nerves there from Hurkacz. The double fault on match point. He starts to play a little bit more tentative, and you just can't let Bodek through the door. Like he just is so good. He moves so smoothly. He hits the ball so clean too when he's on. Able to take this match able to take the second set in a breaker and then the third set 7-5. I mean, this was close the entire way through after Hurkacz blew those match points. And I'm going to be curious to see what happens to Hurkacz the next time we see him, because this was a match he should have been in the locker room like an hour and a half before Bodek was walking up to shake his hand. But we got to give Bodek all the credit in the world. I thought he did a great job starting to change the tempo of the match, starting to move Hurkacz around a little bit more, using his all-around game. You talk about Bodek, when he has the ball in front of him, he's extremely lethal, can really rope the forehand, can also play some great volleys, has good hands, great feel, and he moves exceptionally well. How many times did we see him sliding up to get some of those short droppers from Hurkacz? Let's talk about Mensik's path to the round of 16, beating Fernley in 3 sets, and then today against Terence Ottman in straights. And this was a much better, a much cleaner match from Mensik than the Fernley one. And I'm pretty happy to see kind of how Mensik is starting to get a little bit more acclimated to the hard courts. I mean, we saw him first in DC against Trevor Svajda, and that was like a complete mess of a match from him. A lot of errors, just not really hitting comfortably. Today, I mean, there were a lot of big points. He faced a lot of pressure points on his serve, was able to break Terence Ottman, and serving out that match, it was extremely tricky there towards the end, but he's able to get it done. That surplus one was extremely lethal today. The serve was on for sure. Ottman, to me, to his credit, he played extremely well. And, we talked to some of the commenters about maybe Ottman was going to be able to win a set here. I was convinced that he would be able to take at least one set, but not to be here. Mensik coming out and playing some very strong tennis. As we mentioned, no head-to-head between these two guys. We got Bodek coming in. He's 7-5 on the hard courts, 13-11 last year, 9-11 the year before. He's coming off a first-round loss in Estoril to Feria. Mensik, on the other hand, he's 18-7 on the hard courts this year, 22-12 last year, 26-12 the year before. He's coming off a second-round loss to Nakashima in 3 sets, and that was a very closely contested match between those two. Mensik had chances to potentially win that in straights, but just wasn't really able to find his footing in DC. And I think I kind of attribute maybe some of that to the courts were a little bit faster, a little bit higher bouncing from the courts. So Nakashima was able to use that to his advantage. Here, it's a little bit slower. Mensik's able to line up that forehand and really rope his shots. Guys, I can only look towards Mensik here. I was really impressed with this win over Terence Ottman. It felt like Ottman was starting to gain a little bit of momentum in this tournament, and Mensik just able to stop him in his tracks. I think the serve of Mensik is so important. I mean, as it is in every match, but he needs to serve extremely well. We saw when Hurkacz was serving well, using his surplus one, taking offense, it was really hard for Bodek to keep up. But the minute that Hurkacz kind of took his foot off the gas and got a little bit nervous, Bodek was able to get right back into that match. I just don't see Mensik taking his foot off the gas at all. I think this is going to be all Mensik, all offense. He's going to own about 70% of these points. So give me Mensik to advance in straight sets. Here's a look at our final round of 32 records. 8-8 for me, 8-8 for the Pamplemousse, and the Gecko pulling out with a late lead there, getting the last 4 matches correct. So nice run there, 10-6. Hopefully we can carry this into the round of 16. And as always, guys, thanks again for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, share the video, share your picks in the comments. I love hearing from you guys in the comments, and I think everyone's insights really do help me make some decisions here when I'm going through these. And everybody's got some good pertinent information, and that's exactly what we need going into the next Master Series in Cincinnati and the US Open. So definitely continue to share and give all those guys a like if they call some of those bigger upsets. I've seen some really good comments in the last few videos calling some pretty good upsets here. So definitely make sure you're giving those guys some likes as well. I can't wait for these next few rounds, guys. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.